And welcome back, Star Citizens. This is Buzzkiller. This is part 2 of my Avenger Overview. Before I go into Vanduul Swarm, I want to go ahead and take a time to change the loadout a little bit. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and leave the Tiger Streak on so that you can see how it performs. But we're going to remove these Sucker Punch Distortion Cannons, which really don't do any damage and don't have really any use in Vanduul Swarm. I'm going to go ahead and replace them with some size 1 cannons. I'm also going to upgrade the missiles here. Let me go ahead and pull, switch over to ammo. These are some really cool missiles that I borrowed from the Cutlass Black. These are the Rattler missiles. They're actually able to split into several sub-munitions, all of which track the target. Really neat effect to watch. So we'll go ahead and throw those on. And there you have it. Let's get Vanduul Swarm started up. And welcome back. We've just launched Vanduul Swarm on Broken Moon. And we're going to take the Avenger out for a little combat test. Now, since this ship has a combination of fixed and gimbal mounts, I tend to lock the gimbal mounts so that I have maximum firepower in one location. But before I do that, let me just show you something that's very unique to the Avenger gimbal mount. It doesn't have a very wide firing arc, at least not laterally, but up and down has a tremendous firing arc. That's useful if you're going to do a lot of turning and burning, chasing targets. Of course, the downside of that is you'll black out pretty quickly. This ship handles like no other ship. I mean, I'd say it's on par with the Mustang in terms of maneuverability. Maybe even a little bit better. Its top speed is 220, which is 20 faster than the Mustang or the Hornet. I'm surprised that they capped it at 220. This ship has huge engines and it's so fast to accelerate and decelerate that it seems like they could bump it up maybe to at least 250, I would think would be fair. It's no racer, but this thing would make an awesome interceptor if they just bumped that speed up just a little bit more. Let's go ahead and dive in, see how our wingmates are doing. Relock my gimbals. Now that cannon, the ballistic cannon, as I said, it's really fast firing, but it doesn't do a whole lot of damage. I'll try to demonstrate that by using only the cannon against this guy. Actually, he went down faster than I expected. Usually it takes quite a bit more to take him down. Let's try it again. This is more typical of what I expected. Just to see how many shots it's taken to actually take this guy down. The amount of ammo wasted on a scavenger is just ridiculous. And in some of the later waves, if you had to rely on this weapon and you just had those Sucker Punch Distortion Cannons on, you'd run out of ammo way before you got to your third wave, which is when you get your resupply. So it's really imperative, if you're going to play Vanduul Swarm in this ship, you have to put something else on the wingtips. A laser cannon or a laser repeater. And I actually prefer to change out the Gatling cannon with a laser repeater, a size 3 on the front. Other than that, it's great fun to fly. I love these super maneuverable ships. I was a big M50 fan back when they could actually fight. Being able to buzz around enemies. And this thing can actually take quite a beating. The shield's really big, size 3. And they take a lot to take. It takes quite a bit to take them down. Not as tanky as a Hornet, but pretty close. Oh. There's actually quite a bit of glare on the canopy in this ship. And I've seen some threads in the forums talking about it, and I agree. It's a little bit overkill. Current gen fighters actually have a coating that reduces glare, and I don't see why they couldn't use that premise in the Star Citizen. It's just a little bit of overkill. Kill. I do like the voice on the Aegis systems ships. A bit more masculine, more electronic. Fits the manufacturer well, since it is more of a military ship. Probably less resources put into making the voices all calming, soothing, as compared to, say, an Origin ship. And we're out of ammo. Oh, but we did get a reload, so we got 500 rounds again. I'm pretty sure you only get one reload, though. Now, if you buy the ship and you absolutely can't afford to get more weapons, probably your best bet would be use those distortion cannons to knock out the shields before engaging with the Gatling cannon. I'm going to use a missile on this ship. These rattlers are really cool to watch. Watch it as it goes out. It should split. There it goes. And boom! Only took a couple of the sub-munitions to take out that Vanduul. You can imagine what it would do to larger ships. Alright, here's our final wave. Again, I'm going to prioritize Little King. Pin him up. Couple shots on him so he'll turn around and not shoot a missile at me. I love the throttle on this ship. It's so responsive. You can stop on a dime if you have to. And you can accelerate just as fast. Imagine what it's going to be like when you put the Tier 5 engines on it. Let's go ahead and take these guys out quickly. I just like watching this thing. Oh, did we miss? No, they're still going after him. Got him! Next victim, please. Okay, we're out of missiles. Let's go ahead and take out this last guy. we go.
Elite units eliminated.
Alright, so final impressions.
Warning. There are multiple hostiles.
Excellent dogfighting ship. Got a little bit of cargo capacity, so it could possibly use as a starting cargo hauler or bounty hunter ship using the equipped pods. And really a bargain. This ship's only $60 for the standalone ship pack. 100% worth it. Definitely would be an awesome addition to any fleet. Or if you can only afford one ship, I'd say this is probably the ship to buy. Unless you can get your hold of a Mustang Delta. I love the ship, and but anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the verse.